Channel. My name is Brad, SuperCoach Pro. Today we're doing a quick round review for round 16, SuperCoach. Well, scored 2283, which is a little under this round. As you can see, I dropped 422 spots. So season ranked blown a little bit out now. Thanks to probably too many sideways trades, in all honesty. I'll have all my trades maybe in a separate video. But yeah, 10K, not great. I feel like I'm probably 30, 40 points short of being par, which is probably down to the captaincy choice this week of grabbing a 115. But I'll sort of delve into that a little bit. Um, and this is what confused me. Like 8 out of 11 league matchups, I thought I was going to go up in rank. That normally tells you. It gives you some idea anyway. Head to head. If you're going up and you're winning most of them, you sort of know you're having a good week, but it actually wasn't. It was a bit of a backwards week. So what we did was we captained Dacos over Zorko, long story short. If it wasn't for that goal, he probably would have been like an 80 score. So he got like 3 kicks in that passage of play. He just did Dacos things. He was good, but he did go quiet on patches. I feel like his time on ground was pretty high, but it just went past him a lot. So yeah, Sheasel consistent as ever, 103. And then yeah, Houston, I've never been confident with seeing this guy. I mean, there's some people in our chats and stuff saying going to see Houston, but he's kind of your VC candidate because he can do this. He'll score you. I think that's his lowest score for the year, to be honest. But he has these games where he can give you an 80, a 90, or a 150. So he's not your captaincy choice by any means. So disappointing for a guy that I paid 597 for. Luke Ryan, yeah, 116. Pretty solid. I wasn't too worried. I know a few people want to trade him out last week, but I felt like he just sort of hold this. He's not going to go 130 every week anymore, but he plays Richmond this week and he scored like a 190 on him, and that's why I did my blonde hair last time for Ryan. So I probably chucked a VC on him this week if I can. Maybe him into Gorn early on, perhaps. But yeah, Ryan pretty solid anyway. He's pretty cheap if you haven't got him and you need one last upgrade. And then Young, I'm probably not going to start Young next year. It's probably, I'm going to get this in the live streams now. What players are you going to look at next year and what aren't you? Sorry, who are and who aren't you going to look at? And Young and Stewart for me are no go. I don't think I'll even start Houston next year. I think it's probably Dacos, Sheasel, and Ryan are the starters, and I'll have a look maybe in another video what defenders I'm keen on. But Stewart 97, scraping his way to that. I mean, his last 2 weeks have been okay now, like a 103, I think, the week before. So averaging a flat 100 since I wanted to trade him out a fortnight ago. And Gray kicked 4 goals on the weekend, and Hoare doesn't look to be injured anymore. So I don't think he played VFL minutes, but it'd be nice if he got back in the side, but Oliver just came back in. So probably not going to happen. However, Bont, I'm sick of all these rumors, and this is probably the frustrating bit for me. Like Twitter, aka X, and all these Facebook things, saying, oh, he's got a sore back and stuff. A lot of it's blown out of proportion. It's one rumor will circle, and then 10 people other post it. So I don't think I'm going to take too much notice anymore in this case, when it comes to Bontempelli anyway, because he had a flu game, then smashes out a huge score, then sore back and carries the team and still scores a 157. That's why he's got a sore back, because he's carrying that side. So yeah, Bont, just unbelievable pick. He's probably one I'm going to start next year, regardless of price, perhaps. And then Sarong 85, he'll bounce back this week. I'm confident in him, Young, and all the Freo guys will go nuts against the Tigers this week and get out big scores. But they've all had their purple patches and all had their big price drops. So this year, it's just been a huge don't pay up for 640, 650 onwards for players. I did that for Gorn, a 690, I think it was, something like that. Just wasn't worth it. All these players, everyone gets scared on and then they drop at some point. So, lesson learned next year is just don't get worried out of it. If someone's going hot, eventually they'll come down. Just get value, I think, next year and upgrade your team quicker, because once you've upgraded, a week or two quicker, you've already gained 100 extra points week on week with that player filling in someone else's rookie. So, but this 114, I kind of want to see their ceiling games again, and then Steele, yeah, he's probably M7 and M8 with Rao, really. Marvel game should help his scoring, but just a 95 so annoying. 117 for Green. I called it about a month ago that I knew when I bought Green at 490 that he'd have a bad game against Port and Hawthorn. You'd probably think, why didn't you wait? But I just need to upgrade the team pretty quickly from where I am. And He's done what, a 153 a week before and a 117. So he's got a 4 round average in my side of 107 for 490. I'll take that. And Miller, bounce back game. Here we go, 121. It's nice when he's not being tagged. It just seems to be like him and Stewart get tagged. Young plays too much forward. Um, just so many holes in Primos this year. And if you've dodged all those bullets, then well done to you. And then, yeah, Rao, 497, just no outside game with this ball. Like, um, good when it's wet and congested and, the game's going a little bit slower for him to run around the ground. But I don't know, just doesn't move around the ground like a worker Took Miller does to stoppages, I suppose, or sometimes he's too handball friendly for a quarter. Doesn't kick enough goals as well. So he gets the CBAs and Miller starts half forward flank, but Miller can, I don't know, he's transitioning and plays just a lot better than what Rouse will ever be, I think. And then Rosie kind of didn't mind this pick this week. Now, I'm not a massive fan of leagues in terms of, I do keep an eye on them, but I'm not like a huge, like, oh my God, leagues this week. But it was nice, and it's probably because I'm having a poor year, to be completely honest with you. But I beat Steve from SDS by 2 points, and it was because I went Clary to Rosie. So I'll take that. Excited to see him on the weekend. Should be good fun Saturday night after that Hawks and the Geelong game. You can drink his sorrows away, or perhaps you'll actually be celebrating. Who knows? But look, the bench cover is okay. I can sort of loop these guys if I really needed to. Not that you're going to loop Sin or Dowling at any time soon, but don't think they'll make enough money for me to turn him into a 23rd. However, Fredger or Joel, whatever you want to call him, will perhaps. Gorn, I don't know what's going on with Gorn sometimes. Just when Melbourne aren't hot and he doesn't got track to hit to, his score's probably going to come down. Maybe he might be like a 530k ruckman next year and you probably start him. And then Cherry finally did, 50 points better than Grundy because I'm sort of using him as a pod ruckman, which is not the best move for 10k, but he outscored Grundy this week, and that was the plan. So he might be a sneaky VC here and there, but look, if Witts is out and Moyle's playing, that's where my VC might land. But I'm probably more reluctant to just keep using Bonds, Gorn, and Dacos, and maybe Zork over now and then. And then Flanders, he looks good wherever he plays. He's unreal. Midfield, forward, back, doesn't really matter. Still scores well, 114. If you don't got him, just grab him in. And then Heaney, 85. I don't think I've ever really VC and seed him after round 4. I don't think with Heaney. Just once they got all the brigade back in the midfield, he just sort of has been doing whatever. And then Zorko, had to pay up for this guy, but at least was 60 grand cheaper than what he is at now. So disappointing scale score, and it wasn't really worth the point of that heart attack of Dacos watching that game, to be honest. I should have maybe taken the Zorko VC, but I actually needed a real big one, and no one provided that this week, bar Bont. So if it wasn't for that rumour, I actually would have been okay. In my dad's side, I said, Dad, just Bont VC. I don't know why I didn't, but he took the C, and I should have listened to my own advice sometimes. And then Fisher got subbed out of this one, 83, got scaled up for even being on the bench. Jackson, 72, he's hot and cold, like Katy Perry, I suppose. And then Curnow, 54. This I didn't see coming, to be fair. I mean, Miller played on him, and then we debuted Blight. So, Curnow got a bath. So, Miller, just check your back pocket, and you might have to give Curnow back this week. And then, Richard's 36 as a sub. I mean, points per minute, great, but not great for cash, Jen. So it's out of him and Joel to turn into a cash fat cow and get some 23rd Premo that's fallen. I don't know, like a Georgie Hewitt who doesn't get subbed if a Cherry gets injured or something. Something weird we might bring in. Now, I do got 3 trades, good English, but if I'm going to trade out players for luxury and bar injury, whatever, I'm probably at this point in this order probably going to trade out Stewart, number 1, Rao, number 2, and then probably 3 is Steele. I'm looking at those guys and potentially Hayden Young. Just really depends over the next few weeks. I probably look to do that maybe around 21, 22 when there's 2 or 3 weeks to go and I'm just sort of full sending it. Campbell, he kicked 4 goals in the VFL, so not bad. Hopefully he gets debuted, but he's just pure loop for Fisher to be sent down back if there's an injury or lay it out down here. In the meantime, that's the video. I'll do a stream Sunday night. Got a special guest. I'll announce that on my stream during the week at some point. So excited for that. So I'll keep you posted. If you haven't already, do sub so you know when I do go live. It is pretty random throughout the weeknights. to be honest, it's never set in stone, but Sunday evenings generally are, at least every fortnight when I do not have my boy with me. And that's this weekend. I don't have him. So going to go live and answer your rage trade questions if you guys even have trades left. Now VCNC, look, it's hard early days to call it, but where's that Fremantle Richmond game? I think I really do want to just Richmond bomb it in all the time. I wouldn't mind Ryan into somebody. Ryan into Gorn. Can I trust it? I'm thinking that early on. I don't like the Sydney and Saints matchup. Brisbane, maybe Zorko. But anyway, early days, Ryan could get a big score out of him for this game against Richmond or even Sarong. Either or, I might have to do a little bit more study on this. Anyway, I've got to get ready for work. Just did a 6-hour road trip, so I'm exhausted as it is, and I'll leave it there. Give us a like if you haven't already. Cheers. Thanks for watching.